tasted funny.
Well, you've got to eat. You've got to keep your strength up.
I've been thinking about Shelley.
Oh, Dad, not again.
All this time and not a word. Seems as if you were right. I should have listened to you.
Well, you know what they say, love is blind.
I'm lucky to have you still here to look after me.
Nice to be appreciated for a change.
No, please don't go. I get a bit lonely up here. Stay with me for a while.
I thought you were going to catch up on your reading.
But the print seems so small, I probably need new glasses. Perhaps you read to me. Oh, please, Steph. It would mean a lot.
Oh, all right.
Good morning. I'm Mike Toms from Trading Standards. Could you all stop work, please?
What's the problem?
We've received information that this factory may be manufacturing counterfeit goods in contravention of the Trademarks Act 1994.
We'll need to take the names and addresses of everyone present before you leave the factory, and you'll be interviewed about your role, if any, in the production of these goods.
Why have you all stopped work?
Mr. Pollard, I presume?
Indeed, you are?
Mike Toms, Trading Standards.
And I'm Claire Kemp. Raoul Dionsotti is a registered trademark. No doubt you are aware that it is an offence to attempt to knowingly deceive.
Look, I know nothing about handbags. They were my partner's idea. You'll have to speak with her.
My plan had been to lie hid in my bedroom and see what happened. I had a notion that if I could bring the police and my other more dangerous pursuers together, something might work out of it to my advantage. Eric, look, it's not a good time to talk right now. I certainly can't come to the factory. My dad needs me. Oh, I see. I'll be there right away.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry, Dad. I've got to go. There's an emergency at the factory.
Well, can't Eric see to it?
Apparently not. There's been a misunderstanding. You know, with my handbags.
I wonder who that could be.
Oh, it's you.
I've got some more magazines for you, Dad.
Thanks.
If there's anything else I could do, you know, you only have to ask.
Not really. Mind, I've got to go into the factory for a while.
Well, I'll sit with him till you get back. Be nice for him to have some company.
Yeah, all right then. Come through. He's upstairs. There you go. First door on the right. Oh, Emily. Me dad's lunch is here on a tray. If I'm not back in time, make sure he eats it, will you?
Okay.
Cheers, love.
You've really dropped a Senate this time, haven't you? Well, don't expect me to carry that can for you.
Morning.
Miss Stokes,
Yes.
I believe your business partner's explained the situation.
Yes, obviously there's been a terrible misunderstanding.
I don't think so. We've already discovered a large quantity of counterfeit handbags.
Oh, but they're not sold as fakes. No, they're a cheaper version.
We've already found a embossing machine as well, used for imprinting them with the Raoul Dionsotti logo. According to the company, you're not authorised to use it or to produce goods for them.
Look, I'm sure we can sort this out, but unfortunately my dad's a bit poorly at the moment, so I have to get back to look after him.
Oh, I'm afraid we need you here. We're authorised to remove any invoices, accounts and other paperwork that might suggest the scale of this operation.
I suppose if we inadvertently broke the law, there'll be a fine to pay.
It could be a lot more serious than that, Mr. Pollard, depending on our investigation.
I suggest you ask your partner about the penalties on conviction. According to our information, she's been involved in this sort of enterprise before.
Are you all right? I thought I heard you calling out. Alan.
Come on.
Yeah, you've eaten it all up.
Never coming back.
She's only gone to the factory. She'll be back soon.
Shelley. Shelley's never coming back.
How do you know that?
Oh, Emily. Thanks for looking after me, Dad. Hope he wasn't too much trouble.
Not at all. He's been sleeping most of the day.
Good.
Well, I suppose so, but that worried me a bit. I didn't realise he'd gone so far downhill. He hardly realised I was here.
He's like that most of the time. I think we've just got to accept that he's not going to get much better.
He was mumbling a bit about Shelley.
What did he say?
I couldn't really make sense of it. I think he'd had a nightmare.
He can be quite hurtful sometimes, but he doesn't mean it. He doesn't know what he's saying. Best to ignore him.
It must be very hard for you. Was everything all right at the factory?
Not really, no. It's just another cross for me to bear.
Well, I can always come and help again.
I'll let you know if I need you, Emily. Thanks.
Taking it for a spin?
I wish. No, Geezer's rung up, wants to buy it. I'll never get it cleaned up in time. Then me dad'll be wanting his breakfast any minute.
Yeah, let me give you a hand.
Oh, cheers. I tell you, I didn't realise how heavy it was.
Yeah, well built to last in those days. Shame to see it go.
That's what me dad wants. I just hope I can get him the best price.
Here, let me clean it up for you. I ain't got much on.
Oh, thanks, Terry. I'll get the water for you. What on earth are you doing? Now, you know you shouldn't be out of bed. You'll do yourself an injury. Come on. Oh, Dad. Haven't I got enough to worry about without you putting your health at risk?
I'm feeling a lot better.
Good. But you've still got a long way to go. How about I make you a nice cooked breakfast, eh? Build up your strength. That's better. We'll think about getting you up later. I am so sorry I'm late. I've been run off my feet. There you go.
No, I've told you I feel much better.
Well, of course you are, because the tablets are working.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Dad, what is the point in me slaving to look after you if you're not going to help yourself? Now, come on.
Steph, I'd really rather not.
You could at least make the effort. I'm not doing this for the good of my health, you know.
Well, I'm not a child. Those things make me sleepy.
Of course they do. It's so that your body has time to heal. I'm not leaving until you've taken them. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, that wasn't so bad, was it? I shall collect the tray later. She's a little beauty. Did you manage to get good butchers on her as you came in?
I did, yeah.
I tell you, my dad sweated blood restoring this bike. There's been no expense spared. And I couldn't let her go for less than the asking price. You know.
I'll take it.
Great. There's a job for you.
You.
You know, I would forget my head if it weren't screwed on.
Got a lot on, I expect.
Oh, I'll say. Oh, I'll have a bottle of your good brandy. Put it on the B&B account.
Oh, it's that bad.
No, it just helps me relax, you know, when I get the chance.
Paddy said he saw you and a man with Alan's bike earlier.
Oh, you ought to be careful talking to strangers round here. How about one of these?
Nah, it's all right. He was buying Dad's Dalesman.
But Alan...
I know, love that bike. I couldn't believe it when he asked me to sell it. Said he wasn't going to ever ride it again and he wanted someone else to enjoy it.
Oh, how generous.
Well, you know my dad.
So he's talking more then? Only last night he seemed very confused.
Well, he drifts in and out, you know. Bye. Oh, Eric.
Stephanie?
I was coming to see you. I take it we've still got a lot to discuss.
I see your knack for understatement hasn't left you.
I was trying to help. What about all those hours I looked over the books?
That is the tip of the iceberg. There's even more at home.
Well, I can look over those and all. Shall I come round to the house?
Oh, thank you. Meet me in the factory tomorrow morning, if you can spare me the time.
What have I told you about getting up? You'll only make yourself worse.
I'm afraid I might find out what you were up to. Do you really think I'd stand by and let you sell the Dalesman behind my back?
Oh, that?
Yes, that. Or did you think I'd be too drugged up to notice?
Oh, Dad, don't be so daft. I was going to tell you about it.
Oh, spare me the lies. What else have you done?
I needed the money. This place doesn't run itself.
So you decided to steal from me?
I only borrowed it. I was trying to protect you. I thought I could turn things around by the time you got better. And to be honest, the factory's on its uppers.
I think we need a serious talk.
You're right. Why don't I make us a nice drink, and then I'll tell you all about it. Nothing's ever good enough, is it? I bend over backwards looking after you, running this place. All you can do is spy on me, accuse me of all sorts. Ask her, what sort of gratitude is that, eh, for all the hard work I do? There. And I've put a nip of brandy in it, but don't tell the doctor.
Yeah, there's still the matter of what's been going on here.
I know. Look, I'm sorry about your motorbike, Dad. I didn't think you'd need it again.
Oh, I'm not past it yet.
Yeah, well, nobody said you were. To be honest, I was trying to be practical. I mean, this place is hardly filled to the rafters.
Well, you should have discussed it with me first.
Look, I've said I was sorry. If you're that miffed, I'll ring the geezer up and get him to fetch it back.
What's done's done, I suppose. The money?
In the business account, where else? Look, I'm doing this for your good, Dad. I certainly don't need the pressure and you don't need the worry. I mean, look at you. You're in a right 2 and 8.
Well, I am a little tired.
Exactly. So why don't you concentrate on getting better and stop playing Poirot?
Oh, perhaps a little nap would help.
Ah, reason at last. You need looking after more than you'd care to admit. Now, come on, lift. That's it. Gently does it. Right, get your bottom right up to the pillar there. That's it. You see? Now, this is what I am here for.
I do miss Shelley.
Shelley ran away, Dad, when she realised there was nothing in it for her.
Oh, she was here. I heard her.
Well, she's not here now, is she? She's certainly not here now. And if you don't watch it, you might find yourself going the same way.
Shelley? No. No, Shelley.
Morning, Dad. And how are we today? Let's get a bit of light on the subject, shall we? Oh, dear. I hope we're not going to be Mr. Grumpy all day.
What did you say last night about Shelley? What's happened to her?
What do you want about?
If you've done anything to hurt her.
Do what? Dad, I don't know where you get these ideas from.
Last night you said...
Remind me to ask the doctor for something for that vivid imagination of yours. Here you are.
Emily says I'm taking too many.
Oh, yeah? And when did Emily qualify as a doctor?
I want to see Emily.
They're for your own good. Don't you want to get better? Oh, excuse me. Hello? Eric? No, of course I haven't forgotten. Look, I hope this ain't going to take all day because I've got a sick father to look after, you know. All right, keep your hair on. I'll be with you in 10 minutes. Sorry, Dad. I've got to go. I'll see you later, all right?
Right, Steph, you got a new car?
Yes. I didn't want it, but my dad insisted. You know, with all the fetching I do for him. And when he's up and running, I'll need to take him round and...
How is Mr. Turner?
Not good, I'm afraid. No, I was out half the night with him.
Oh, she'll look after him now, if you like.
No need. I'll only be gone 5 minutes. But thanks.
Emily! Stephanie? You there? Oh! Emily?
What's the matter?
Mr. Turner, are you all right?
Come and sit down. Get a glass of water.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mr. Turner? What are you doing out like this?
Like what? I needed to see you. I need to know what happened to Shelley.
She left.
Did she? I wonder. I don't think it was of her own accord.
What do you mean?
I think Steph got rid of her.
Got rid of who?
Shelley.
I'm trying to phone the B&B, but there's no answer. Do you know where Steph is?
No, please don't tell her anything I've said. I just think she's responsible for her disappearance.
Listen, Shelley didn't disappear. She left, Alan. Don't you remember?
You've got to believe me.
We're going to get you home to bed, Alan. Come on.
No, please. Please let me stay here. Yes, all right. Please, I need to think.
Just be careful.
Poor Alan, eh?
How long's he been like that?
Since his accident, I imagine.
I thought he'd only broken his ankle.
Well, at that age, only takes one injury and you're on that slippery slope.
Steph's been keeping me sedated because she doesn't want me finding out the truth.
About what?
About Shelley.
Because she hasn't been in touch.
Well, I think Steph has killed her.
Dad! Is he all right? What happened?
It's all right, Steph. It's fine.
What did you do? Have another fall?
I'll tell you what happened. You left him on his own. Why don't you ask somebody to watch him?
Well, I'd never have gone out if I thought he'd attempt the stairs again.
Well, he made it a bit further than that.
What do you mean?
The wool pack.
Dad, what you playing at? Do you want another broken ankle? Come on, let's get you upstairs before you catch your death of cold.
Steph, set your time.
What you need is plenty of rest, Mr. Turner.
Please don't leave me here with her. She feeds me nothing but pills.
Look, I've told him. The doctor said he's got to take his medicine.
Well, can't you see she's trying to drug me?
According to him, I'm a poisoner, a murderer.
Yeah, and a thief. She's stealing from me. Tell them where you got the money to buy that new car.
Oh, Dad. This is the thanks I get for looking after him day and night. Honestly, I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Alan, you need to rest. I think we'd better go.
Please don't leave me alone here.
We're going to come back and see you again soon. I promise.
Please.
I'm so sorry. Thanks. I know it's very distressing. Things he says. I know he's unwell, but, well, it still hurts.
I don't understand. He wasn't behaving like that the last time I saw him. How come he's changed so much?
Oh, I don't believe it myself. Shelley leaving, well, he seems to now not be able to come to terms with things.
What has the doctor said?
Well, the usual. You know, he's not as young as he used to be, plenty of rest, and keep taking the tablets.
Well, if there's anything you ever need, then...
Thanks, Paddy. And thanks, all of you, for bringing him back home.
We care about him. We're only too glad to help.
How would I manage without neighbours like you, eh?
It's so sudden. In 1 minute he's fine, and the next is... I can't believe it.
Not sure I believe it either.
You're not taking what Alan said seriously, are you?
He's convinced Steph did something to Shelley.
No, he blames her for Shelley leaving. He's ill, Emily. Come on.
You must be done in with all the exercise you've done today.
I'm not taking any more pills.
Well, all right. Just for tonight. There you are.
What is it?
Brandy, what do you think? If you get pneumonia, it'll be your own fault. Dad. Imagine running around the village in your pyjama jams. Everyone will think you're a nutter.
You're the one who's mad.
Do you know, that Emily will never make a nurse. Roll over in here and you'd fall out. Dad, you can say some very hurtful things at times, but what you ought to remember is it's me that's looking after you, not fat old Shelley Williams. Come to think of it, I'm the only one you've got left. It's just you and me. So, we'll have a bit more gratitude and a lot less attitude, please. There we are. Nice and snug. You're not going anywhere. Come on, drink up. Everyone knows I'm devoted to my father. And in time, you will too. Sleep well. Up in the pub in his pyjamas. Oh, who knows what would have happened to him if somebody hadn't brought him home. No, you see, he's all right if he takes his tablets. But if he don't, well, he's in a right to an 8. So you see why I need the repeat prescription. Oh, no. He had a little accident since I last spoke to you. He knocked over nearly a full tub of pills down the plug hole. Wait. That's the sort of state he's in. Oh, no, he doesn't need to see the doctor, no. No, I just need the pills. Oh, darling, could you make a little exception, please? Oh, thanks for nothing.
I understand why I have to stay in bed all the time.
You know why, Dad. Because you're sick.
Well, if I'm sick, why haven't I seen the doctor?
You have seen the doctor, Dad. He was here last night.
I don't remember that.
Well, of course you don't. Not in the state you were in after you tripped to the rubber dub.
You're lying.
He was here, I tell ya.
Well, what did this doctor say was wrong with me then?
Nothing. That taking your medication won't cure.
I don't want to take any more pills. I want to be able to think straight.
But you need them, Dad. And I am going to make sure that you get them. Dad?
I want to go outside. I need some fresh air to help me think straight.
That is not a good idea.
Why do you make me stay in the house? Why wouldn't you let me go outside?
Because you went out yesterday and look what happened. You made a right fool of yourself. Wandering round the pub half-dressed, saying all kinds of things about Shelley.
I remember. I needed to know what's happened to her.
Forget about Shelley. Everybody else has.
Hello, Steph? Alan? Is anybody there?
Don't worry. I'll soon get rid of her.
Thought I'd cheer him up a bit by telling him about our party. He could even come along.
I doubt he could even get up out of bed, Lisa.
Oh, is he that bad?
I'm afraid so.
Well, are you sure there's nothing I can do to help?
I'm positive. But I appreciate your concern, and I'll make sure my dad knows you were here.
Lisa? Lisa, wait!
Alan, you all right, love? Oh, I'll get an ambulance. You just wait there, love.
He doesn't need an ambulance, Lisa. He needs to get back up to bed. Oh, Dad, what have you done?
Ambulance service, please.
What have you done? What's going on? This ain't doing him any good at all, hanging about like this.
Why don't you see if you can hurry them up?
Well, I don't want to leave me dad.
I'll keep an eye on him. He'll be here all day if you don't kick up a fuss.
All right.
Shelley?
No, love, it's me. It's Lisa Dingle.
No, I know who you are. You're wearing Shelley's scarf. Where did you get it?
It's mine. Shadrach gave it me.
When?
Oh, a few weeks back.
That's when Shelley was here.
Shelley was here. You've seen her?
I heard her. She came to see me.
Well, I don't think if she'd come to see you, you'd have seen her.
I know it doesn't make any sense, but I'm sure she was here. I'm sure something's happened to her. It's so vague at the moment. Stephanie keeps saying I'm ill, but she won't tell me what it is.
You're not yourself, love. I'm sure you'll be back on your feet in no time.
Well, not now I've hurt my leg again. I'm stuck in with her. Trouble is, she won't let anybody come and see me.
She's only trying to help, love.
Is she? I sometimes wonder. I keep thinking about it, and I think I remember. And I remember we were having an argument, and she pushed me. Steph pushed me down the stairs.
What are you talking about, Dad? Nobody pushed you. You fell. Lisa and I both saw you trip.
She's right, love, we did.
I'm not talking about this time. I'm talking about the one before.
You're talking nonsense. Now go on. Go away and get your leg sorted before you upset Lisa even more.
Fortunately, your father's not sustained any serious damage, but he will have to have his leg in plaster again.
Does that mean we can go home now?
And we're concerned this is the second fall he's had in recent months. Alcohol was a factor last time. Has he been drinking again?
No. No, he was just rushing down the stairs and the clumsy so-and-so didn't look where he was going and he fell.
The nurse told me that your father's been experiencing some mental health problems at the moment. If you're finding it hard to cope, you can always get help.
Actually, there is something you can help us with. We've run out of pills, you know, what with all this happening, and I haven't had time to pick them up.
These will see him through. 2 tablets 3 times a day should keep him comfortable.
Would you mind giving us a few more? Only living out in the sticks, it's very difficult to keep picking up the prescription.
Only if you promise to take precautions to make sure that your father's safe.
Oh, I'll take precautions, all right. Thank you.
The ambulance is waiting to take you home now.
Oh, about time and all. I bet you can't wait to be safely tucked up in bed again, eh, Dad?
I am not tired and I don't want to go to bed.
I can give you some pills to help with the pain.
No, I don't want any. I want to keep a clear head so I can try and figure out where Shelley is.
Forget about Shelley. You won't be able to look for her anyway. You're going to be laid up for weeks now that you've hurt your leg again.
Weeks? I can't be like this for weeks.
I think we better give you these pills to calm you down.
I've said I don't want any. I want to keep a clear head.
It'll make you feel better.
I said no! Oh, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean.
Here we are, Dad. Back home. Safe and sound.
If there's anything I can do...
What's happened? Is Mr. Turner all right?
No, Emily, he's not all right. He's very far from all right.
Thanks for your help. If you don't mind letting yourselves out. Wow. This is nice, isn't it? We can have a quiet night in. Just the 2 of us. That's if you don't want to throw yourself down the stairs again. You know I told you that everyone thought you were loopy? Now that you've punched the nurse, you've made everyone sure of it. So we'll have no more hysterics. From now on, you're going to do exactly what I tell you. Do you hear me?
Yes, Stephanie.
Good. Now, you're to take your medicine like a good boy. There you are. Good.
Stephanie, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing for you to worry about, Dad.
Are you going to lock me in here?
Well, I can't have you wandering around and falling down the stairs again, now can I? Ah, there we are.
No, Steph, I'm begging you, please. I've done everything you asked. I've taken my pills. I promise I won't try and get up.
Yes, well, I can't take that risk again, Dad. See you later.
But I give you my word, I won't try and get out. Steph? Steph, please. Stephanie.